Hey guys, just wanted to put a quick message at the beginning of this episode. If you watched the second episode of the series, which I'm sure many of you have, you recall that Noah had some gurgling noise going on with his mic in that episode, and we kind of had a repeat with this episode, but it should be fixed for the next one. But I just want to let you know that the conversation we had in this episode was a lot of fun for us to have. It was about anime intros, and I think even if you're not an anime fan, you should enjoy this. So all I request of you guys is to enjoy the episode and put hashtag blame scrub in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Infernoman again. Welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon X and Y Randomizer Soul Link with our friend Hero Scrub. If you missed in the last episode, we finished Ramos's gym. We fought Ramos. No casualties, but the battle was very epic. There was a couple of instances where, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. So yeah, if you did not check out the last episode, it's over on Hero Scrub's channel, so definitely make sure you do that. It'll be up in the cards, down in the description, basically everywhere you can think of. So there's like 50 opportunities for you to go check out the last episode, so
50?
do it!
50? Oh my goodness!
We're gonna let Hero Scrub introduce himself. This way.
Welcome back, Scrubs. Hero Scrub here. That's how I do it every single time. If you don't know, check the last episode. Prove me wrong.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
But yeah, this episode we are going to finish moving through the power plant so we can, you know, light up Lumio City, make it all lit and stuff. So if you guys are excited, make sure you slap the like button and subscribe. It's completely free. Subscribe to Hero Scrub too. You're being a fool of your, making a fool of yourself if you aren't subscribed to Hero Scrub. So
would you be some kind of scrub? If you what?
If
you are, you should go watch my stuff.
I'm fighting the first trainer, by the way, if you wanted to go ahead and hop into a battle.
Yes. Oh my gosh! Leader Malchius sends out a Arceus? What is this?
Oh my god.
Also, I went into that one area as you were talking. Wait, 1 second. Isn't Arceus normal psychic?
It's just normal.
Huh? Just normal?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went into that one room where it had the item, and it had a lovely potion for me.
No way.
It was such a great way to start off the episode for me. You know? Just with the good old potion.
We never get potions nowadays. They're really rare. Really rare.
Oh yeah, totally. You know what? I just need to start selling my potions, to be honest. Oh my gosh, Hyper Voice. Why do you do so much? I don't like this Arceus.
It sounds scary. This guy's sending out a Claydol, so I'm good.
I almost killed the Arceus in one turn with an arm thrust. It did 4 hits, almost did 5. But I have Mach Punch, so I should beat it. Okay. I was waiting for Arceus to do some kind of like extreme speed or something like that. Outspeed me. It would have been scary.
So one thing we discussed off camera in between this episode and the last was
it's me turning off my XP share.
Yeah, we need to slow down our levels.
I forgot to do that. Sorry. I was just remembering it, to be honest. That was more for me.
Yeah. We need to be more careful with our levels because Silent's ace is level 37, and, you know, with the full teams, he's going to have 2 aces, so basically his highest level Pokemon is going to be 37, so we are definitely too high for that, yeah?
I don't feel bad. If anything, I need the extra levels. Again, I'm Hero Scrub, so, you know, as much help as I can get is probably the best.
This person brought out a Tauros, and I forgot that Tauros is notorious for having secret ground type moves, and I brought out my steel type, so
does it really?
Yeah.
Like Earthquake and whatnot? Like, I don't think Earthquake at this level, but...
Okay, it's using Workup now. It's only used Payback and Workup, so it hasn't been anything too terrifying, but I just feel like it's gonna have one.
It's gonna have Guillotine. It's gonna land it on the first try.
Used Rest now. I'm having a sudden realization that I have 3 steel types on my team. The only good thing about it, though, is that only one of them is a primary steel, I think. Unless Bisharp is primary dark. I don't remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Landon, I don't know if you noticed this, but we have, like, weird typing on our teams.
We don't have any of like the real good types besides grass that like you need.
No, we basically have like
I do have a water type.
We just have a lot of duplicates. Like,
I mean, at least I have an electric type, but like I could use a flying type and a fighting type, you know.
Leader Cammy. Swallow! Alright, I'm fine with that. I mean, I still don't have electric type, so whatever.
Schoolboy Christine sent a Tentacruel.
Tentacruel. I forgot again, Landon, to drop my XP share.
Bruh.
That's gonna be me this whole episode. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I need to turn that off. Oh yeah, I need to turn that off.
You're gonna be a level 50 going into Clement's gym.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, it is a bad thing. Because you're gonna be breezing through it.
But hear me out. What if I didn't? What if I just went in there at that level? Like, you know what?
It's called the Nuzlocke challenge for a reason.
I
it's
know.
Supposed to be challenging.
I gotta win this challenge. That one guy who doesn't quite understand Nuzlocke challenge, so he just like over levels at the very beginning. And he's like, "This was easy. What are you talking about?" It's like, well, no, duh, it was easy.
Big yawn there. So anyways, something that we were going to discuss, Mud Bomb is going to be resisted by grass, so that's good. We left, well, basically the back half of the last episode was us talking about My Hero Academia versus Black Clover.
It was mostly just me gushing about Black Clover, really, to be honest.
Well, with My Hero Academia coming up, you know, this season 5 is starting pretty soon. Like, if you're watching this the day it comes out, it literally starts in 2 days from now, so that's really exciting.
I can't wait!
Yep.
I still won't watch it until, like, after a bit after it comes out. But I still can't wait.
Yeah. So, the arc is supposed to be Class 1A versus Class 1B.
Oh, is that really what it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And I believe that the second arc of the season is supposed to be My Villain Academia, from what I've heard from the manga readers, so that's pretty exciting.
Nice.
So we're gonna have a pretty good season 5.
Spoilers!
But one topic that I wanted to discuss here is favorite anime intros. Like, what's your favorite one from like each anime you've watched? And this is something that I do all the time. Like, I've made different tweets where I'm just like, here's all of my favorite, like, here's all the intros from this anime ranked, and stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna like go off the top of my head and remember like every single one where I'd rank them, because my opinion's always changing on this. But I'd say my favorite My Hero intro is Star Maker, which is the second season 4 intro.
Really? Star Maker.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love upbeat, you know, cheery slice of life music, and that's literally what it's like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
So, okay, going back to, as I was talking about last episode with Black Clover, that's one thing also, is both of them have really good OPs. Their OPs are really good, just all the way throughout. It just they're one of those animes where each new OP just gets better than the last type deal. But I feel like My Hero Academia, every single one's good, while Black Clover has a few that kind of like misses. Like at one part, Black Clover has a OP. I think I can't even think what it's called. It's something like Sky something, but it's like their version of Star Maker, where it's the light beat OP, kind of like almost like slice of life carefree compared to the others. It really stands out in that way. Black Clover, the only reason why it's not good, it's a good song, good OP, looks great. The only problem is the placement of the OP for that part of the arc, it just doesn't fit it. While in My Hero, when Star Maker happens, like, it makes sense. It's like, that's the only reason why, like, some people hate Star Maker so much, and I'm like, no, it makes sense for, like, what's going on in this part of the season, what's going on in the story. Like, it works really well, I think.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to avoid, like, being spoilery here, but basically a major thing just happened where, like, everybody's traumatized, and now they're trying to do their best to be happy and upbeat and, like, worry about the school festival where there's gonna be music playing and stuff like that, and they're trying to get this girl to smile for the first time in her life. So, of course, the best type of song to do for that part of the anime is gonna be, like, a really upbeat, cheery song. You know, like, hey, expect some epic battles and, like, happiness during this part, unlike the last part that was literally just made of depression.
So, like, specifically just My Hero, my rankings, because I think about this several times, because I love music in general, and especially not only that, but, like, you know, anime OPs. Like, I listen to them a lot just throughout my day, and My Hero is one I usually go to a lot and listen to. Oh gosh, now I'm trying to think of them, because now I'm just blanking because I'm in battle. Star Maker would probably be third for, like, my top 3. I think Soro Nuch, however you pronounce that one, I think that one is actually probably technically the worst, because it's not worse. It's just
I'm glad we're on the same page. You're talking about Sora no
yeah,
Unotiba.
it's a good song, but it kind of falls off the edge compared to all the other ones. I think
I say, see, there's this category I give it, like certain intros like that, where it's called, like, the try-hard anime opening, because it sounds like it's trying too hard to be an intense anime opening, but, you know, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. Don't come after me. I
like
really
it.
love that
it's
intro.
Just, compared to the rest are better. Just because it's like, there has to be someone who's not as good, and so that one falls to that. For me, my second favorite, and, like, this one I go back and forth all the time, but my second favorite has to be Make My Story. Again, it's good in general, and then not only that is, like, where we're at in the story, it fits to where it's like, it's very much putting on where it's like, you know, the lyrics fits the storyline of, like, I know what I have to do now, I just gotta go do it. And it's like, in this storyline, Deku is, like, learning more of what he needs to do, and he's understanding, and so it's just more him taking up that role and doing it. And so that's why I really like that one.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that respects the first intro. Like, even if people don't consider it to be that great, it's just like, this is what introduced me to the anime, basically. So, like, this is what part of, because, you know, I always think music is really important in any aspect of anything, like games or anything like that. So, like, the first opening, it's got to be, like, really good to hook me in completely. And, you know, the day is really freaking good. I love the day.
It's really good. I mean, I don't think it's not in my top 3, but that's just because not everything can be in my top 3. That's the only reason. It's good. It's still good. And, like, honestly, the only reason why, like, the reason why I watch most of my anime is just by listening to music. Like, a lot of times I'll listen to the OP before I even watch the show. And, like, My Hero was one of those cases. Like, I listen to a lot of people do covers, so, like, Nate Wants to Battle, his cover of The Day. Listening to that, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll actually watch this. And, you know, I watched it and I enjoyed it. But my favorite, above all, has to be Peace Sign. Peace Sign it's just my favorite.
Peace Sign's great, yeah.
People are sending out Mew. Why?
I think Peace Sign would be my number 2. I had, like, a whole list too that I made on Twitter and everything.
I get it.
So
I get what you did there. Number 2, Landon.
I that's not what I meant.
Landon's so clever. I want someone to put that down in the comments.
Okay, I'm searching up the keyword on Twitter. I just did something really risky here, by the way, because this trainer set out a Chestnut, and I hate Chestnut.
Yes.
But I know that Chestnut is grass fighting, so I was like, I need a flying type move, and the only flying type move I have is on Empoleon, my water type. So I know that Steel resists grass, but this thing is fighting type. So what is this thing going to use? So I used Acrobatics, and it did most of the damage, and then the thing just used Leech Seed, so I was good. Don't know what to use against this Glade here. Probably just stay in with Caesar and use Acrobatics again.
Sounds pretty good to me. What's your number one? What's your number one My Hero Academia OP? Wait, oh, you already said it. Star Maker. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
See, I have the whole list here. I finally found it. Okay.
Yeah, bring it up.
So my number one is Star Maker, of course. Number two is Polaris, which is the first.
Polaris is really good.
Yeah.
That's my number 4 spot, or number 3. I think it's number 3. I think it's better than Star Maker for me.
Number 3 is The Day. Number 4 is Peace Sign. Number 5 is Odd Future. Which I didn't like Odd Future at first, but I found out it's because they kind of remixed it for the anime. If you find the actual version on Spotify,
I
there's
listened
less
to the actual version.
Yeah. There's less auto tune in the full version, and it sounds really good, and I really like it. Then I had Sora ni Uteba, so that one wasn't at the bottom. Make My Story was at the bottom, so don't kill me. But yeah.
Wow. Wow. Our friendship's ruined. I mean, technically it already was, but that's a joke. It's ruined.
See, here's the thing. When I added all of the My Hero openings to my playlist originally, I thought I had them all, but apparently Make My Story was the only one I didn't find because I found a playlist of all anime openings and closings from MHA. And apparently that one wasn't on the playlist and I never got it, and I forgot that it existed. And then when I finally added it, it's the one I've listened to the least, so I have less of a connection with it,
It's so good. I listen to it a lot. Okay, we haven't talked about the movie song, Rising Hero. How about that? Which I haven't seen the movie, but I still listen to the music a lot.
I haven't heard the song or watched the movies, so...
I really need to watch the movie. I want to, but I just haven't. But I've listened to that one so much. So good. Yeah, no. You should listen to it. It's pretty good. It was another one of those where it's, it got better as I listened to it more. But yeah, no, it's a good one. I think that's all of our My Hero Academia gushing about its OPs. What other OPs do we want to talk about?
Yeah, we can get into that. I just wanted to mention real quick, the only non-intro song that I've really listened to from MHA is Hero 2.
I listen to that a lot.
That Jiro sings. Yeah, I love that one.
I'll even listen to Might Plus or wherever. The one where, with Eri and Midoriya. The whole scene.
Yeah, so for other anime openings, you haven't seen all of JoJo, have you? You've only seen half of it.
I've only seen the first four OPs, I think, if I'm correct.
So
bloody streams, man.
Bloody Stream is the best anime opening ever.
It's so good.
There are a lot of people that are just yeah, I don't like Bloody Stream as much as other people, but the people that shouldn't exist, honestly, are the ones that say Bloody Stream sucks, because how could you dislike it?
It's so good. It's so good. Also,
Koda is an amazing Japanese artist. Literally, they hired him to do an anime intro because they're just yo, this guy's great, and he should do this. And he's done 2 JoJo intros. The second one is in part 5, so you haven't gotten to it yet.
I haven't. Have you?
It's Fighting Gold.
Oh, I've heard. I've heard that one's good. I've heard it's good. I haven't heard it,
really
but
good.
I've heard of it being good.
It starts off strong and like gets stronger because it's like bow bow bow.
Spoilers!
Bow, bow, bow. It's like electric guitar and stuff like that. It's so
You're
freaking
spoiling my ears.
well, you
man,
should just listen to it.
Have you seen or at least heard of Beastars?
Yeah, the furry show on Netflix.
Yes. I haven't watched it. I assume it, or from what I've heard, and you know, it's basically Zootopia but an anime. But basically, what I do like is its opening is very similar to bloody streams, and I've seen this one person who on YouTube, you can probably find it just by looking up, but there's a person who has mixed together bloody streams, the opening from Beastars and the opening from Cowboy Bebop, because they're all very similar, and it just works really well. And so, if you have some time, listen when we're done with this.
Yeah, I'll
Not
definitely
just
try
you,
to find
not just
it.
you, Landon, but like the viewers at home. It's good. Do it.
This Team Flare admin brought out a Mega Mawile. I got scared there, but you know, I took care of it. Gourgeist, that is a grass type, so I'll bring out Sasha. Perfect.
Going back to Black Clover.
I was gonna say, speaking of Sasha, and then talk about Attack on Titan, but yeah.
Okay, we'll go to that after. This is just really brief. Again, most of them are really good. I think my favorite three, which like stand out the most, has to be Black Rover, which is my number one. That one hits so good. It's not like a hard one. Like, it's somewhat chill, but it feels good. It's I don't know. It's a really good one. The next one is the first one. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then from there, it's one of the most recent, not the recent, but Black Catcher. That one's really good. They kind of made nothing to you, Landon, at this point, but just give it time. It's really good.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the tweet where I ranked the Attack on Titan openings.
Okay, while you find it, I'll bring up another one that just came to my mind that I love so much. Naruto! That's one thing about Naruto that made me finally commit to Naruto, is its openings. Because again, it's one of those situations where I just listen to their openings, and I'm like, almost every single one that I hear of, it's just a banger. And so, when watching it, of course, it's not the case. Like, yes, there's a lot that aren't that great, but there is a lot that are good. Like, Go is great. Bluebirds is great. Distance is great. Like, both Naruto and then Naruto Shippuden, both of them have really good openings. So, yeah, almost all of them, I listen to a lot of their openings.
Okay, so I found the list.
Okay, one last thing I want to say of Naruto. I will say, the very first opening, my brother and I kind of hate, but I love playing it because my brother hates it more, and I think it's just fun. Because at the very beginning, it has a weird, like, come on thing, and it's very weird. They made, like, Naruto, like, lip say at the same time. Whoever does it, it's not Naruto's voice actor, so it's like, it's just really weird. But I don't know, it kind of makes my brother really mad, and it's great. So that's something.
I had to fight both of these Team Flare admins here. I hate this.
Well, I'll say on Attack on Titan, since I haven't seen all of it, I've seen first season and then the first half of the second season. And I will say, from what I've seen from them, great. Amazing. And then the most recent one I've listened to by people doing covers of, and it's great. It's so good. Now you tell me the facts. Tell me how it is. Don't tell me your opinion, but the facts, Landon.
I will spit straight facts, nothing less, possibly something more. I don't know how I could do anything more.
Something more. Ooh.
So I messed up and I called one of them by the wrong name. It was actually Gurren no Yumiya, which is the first one, because it's Gurren no Yumiya. I just gave it a different name. But So the current season, the final season, at first I was just like, yeah, this is a banger, but I wouldn't necessarily call it my favorite. But now, like, hearing it so many times, I'm just like, this is the best one. They just went all out for the final season, and it just gives me goosebumps every time I hear it, because it's just like, I know that this is the end of it, and like at the end it shows Aaron, and it's so freaking good. But for the longest time, my favorite one was Red Swan, which is I think it's the first season 3 one, because the second one for season 3 is basically like a remake of the first intro, just like a little bit different. You know, it's supposed to sound the same. Yeah.
Are we fighting this bald guy?
I already fought the bald guy.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna try to keep catching up. You keep talking. Take your time.
Alright, but like Red Swan is really good. Most of it comes from because like the way that the song sounds and the actual opening imagery, it just makes you think that one of the main 3 is gonna die. I'm not gonna say anything because of course spoilers, but that's just what it sets up, and like the whole season, well, whole half of the season leading up to that is just like, which one of them is going to die and when is it going to happen, because I feel depressed listening to this even though it's a fantastic song. But yeah, it's definitely up there for me. It's number 2 on this list I made. Do I switch up for this Glade? Probably yes, I will. Then number 3 is where I put Gurren no Yumiya, which is the first one, which I laughed so hard when I started Attack on Titan, because that was a meme way before I got into anime, like 8th grade for me. That was a meme, and I always wondered what it was from, and I thought it was from like Pirates of the Caribbean or some movie like that.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Something like that. It's just what it sounded like. I was just like, this song has got to be from like some sort of war movie or something, but it's like really good. And then I find out that like I hear the like I'm watching the first episode, and it's just like I was just like, this is from Attack on Titan, holy crap. This whole time I thought it was from something completely different.
I hate that. That hurts me on inside.
Look, when you didn't get into anime until, you know, a freaking pandemic affected the entire planet, a lot of things
they'll do it
before you'll think completely different.
That's fair.
And then you find out that they're from anime, and you're just like, bruh, this is from anime? What have I been watching the last 10 years of my life? It's just, meme culture is so revolved around anime, and I was blind to it for this long.
That's actually one thing I've heard about, where it's like some people like talk about where they're like, is anime mainstream yet? Some people like to say no, not quite yet. I think it is. I think it's at that point where it's low-key mainstream. Like, I think a lot of people, like a lot more people than we think, listen or watch anime than we think. Just because it's not something that's like, maybe not necessarily everybody talks about, but I think it's most definitely a thing.
It's a really good feeling to make it all the way through this area and not lose a Pokemon.
Hey, man, just wait.
Oh,
are you just
yeah,
trying to rub it in my face? You're setting me up for defeat?
I apologize, but like, here's what I'll say. I'm glad that, I mean, it sounds really weird to say it, but I guess I could say that I'm kind of glad we lost our starters before we came here, because, I lost my Rayquaza in Pokemon X in this area because of a Haxorus that one of the Team Flare members had. And I battled a Team Flare member earlier that had Haxorus, and I was going to say something about it, but I wasn't going to interrupt you. But
you
like,
didn't
I was
want
just
to
like,
relive the trauma.
yeah, and I had Venusaur out, like, to start off the battle. Of course I switched out, but, I switched out to Nidoqueen. And when I brought Nidoqueen out, I had the realization, I was like, oh crap, I'm in the power plant against a Team Flare member with a Haxorus. Is somebody gonna die? But no, I didn't have a dragon type out, so, you know.
So
no Rayquaza to die.
That's good. What I have to say about Attack on Titan OP, since I haven't seen a lot, you know, is just can't really say too much until I watched all of it, but I would have to say probably the first one. I just have nostalgia from when I did first watch it. Like it was around when it was the hype. Like it was just coming out. It was the greatest thing has ever happened. And so, yeah, no, I listened to it and it was so good. Like that was one of the first times where I was like, yes, I love this OP song. I'm going to listen to it on repeat for a good while. And I did. And it was a good time. An anime I want to talk about for OPs is Dragon Ball Z. Mostly because I don't know. So the main OP for this one is Chala Hechala that majority of people grew up with. My brother and I, we actually did not grow up with that because we had it on the disc version, like the disc version, and the disc version had like an instrumental guitar thing. And so we grew up with that, which we love, and I still love to this day just based on nostalgia. But, like, yeah, no. I think that was just a weird experience for me, and so I wanted to share that. Beyond that, all of the Dragon Ball Z OPs I love. Are we gonna stop for today?
Did you beat Ariana? Or
I beat the bald man, not the woman.
Okay, well, I defeated Ariana, and I'm out of the power plant, so I guess we could start off the next episode with you battling her.
Yes.
I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing at the beginning of the next episode, but that's what we'll do. So I guess we'll figure it out. But that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed our discussion of anime, practically the whole episode, you know, at this point, if you're not used to us talking about anime, then
it's what we do here. It's what we do. We play Pokemon. We talk about anime. Talk about My Hero, really.
We're 17 episodes into the series. Like, if you're not used to it at this point, then honestly, what are you doing here? I'm just kidding. Enjoy the rest of the series. We're getting the hype part of it, so you know it's getting really good now. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you slap the like button. Subscribe to both me and Hero Scrub. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, his link will be down in the description below. And when you see the outro at the end of the episode, always his face, his icon is right there, and if you click on that, it'll bring you to his channel. Wow. Yeah, and the last episode, I mean, you watched this whole episode, but you know, if you want to check out the last episode, do so. But yeah, that's gonna be it from us. So, any last words from you?
No. Down in the comments, just put down your favorite OPs.
Yeah, let us know your favorite anime OPs.
Let's
Not
discuss
even
it.
Like if you want to give us your list of every single one from a specific anime, cool. But like if you want to give us like different ones from different animes, that'd be cool.
And possibly
yeah.
we'll talk about it in the next episode. We'll possibly listen to some. So give us some weird ones also. Some we probably haven't heard.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Infernal and Hero Scrub burning out, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.